Hi, today we're going to do a color on our windswept haircut, and I have started out our lovely guest here by getting her parted for this particular color style. I have chosen a star pattern from the high point of her head, and we create 5 sections making that star. We are going to hand paint. We're going to freehand paint the lightener onto this section, and then we're going to use our Bolly wand for this fringe area and then everything that's left out underneath here. So I'm going to get started on doing that, and I'm just going to kind of clip some of these out of my way here. And I'm going to take this first section here at a diagonal towards her face. So this is my Bolly wand, and I'm going to load that. I'm going to clip this out. I'm going to start out by getting a little bit of my Surface Pure lightener here, and you load your wand by just brushing some of that on. You're pushing that through so that you have little bubbles right here in that pocket. I'm going to just comb through this, make sure this section is nice and smooth. She's a little damp. The moisture from that's really going to help drive that lightener in, and it helps me kind of keep better control of her hair here as well. So I'm using my wand with the bubble side down, and I'm holding it at about a 45-degree angle, and I like to think about this kind of like an escalator, so just kind of going further and further down on that, and then swooping that through there. I can also use the end of my brush here to kind of pull some of these little areas here and just really make sure that you get to customize that placement there. I'm gonna lay that down, and now I'm gonna fully saturate her ends here, and by doing so, I'm gonna load my board here, and I'm gonna take these ends, I'm gonna place it on that corner and just really saturate that. I'm going to fold my foil to mimic her parting here. Fold that out of our guest's face. You don't want to make it to where they can't see the entire time they're in our chair. So I'm just going to continue to work through this using my Bolly wand. What I like about the TK2 comb is you've got this larger area here, and you can do target parting. So I've got her last section, that parting stopping there, and I want to kind of take another angle here. So I'm going to go from the high point of this, and by putting my finger here, I know exactly where to take that, make it a clean section. I'm just going to over direct this towards her face again. Load my Bolly wand. Okay, so now that we've used our Bolly wand for all of the hair underneath of our star, so let me remind you of what our star partings look like from the high point of her head. We are going to free hand paint the lightener on that. So I'm going to start by using this back center section here to show you how we do that. I like to use my Surface TK2 comb to just kind of smooth that out and add a little bit of elevation, and that really helps you kind of see those peaks to that triangle. I'm going to use my Bolly board, and I'm going to load the left side of that board. And the texture on this board helps hold that lightener there. And then you can just swipe from left to right to get the perfect amount on your brush to go in and start hand painting those pieces. So we're gonna paint on the 3 peaks of that triangle. So we've got our top peak here and then each side peak. Bringing them together as we pinch this hair here. And then once your lightener starts to come together, you're gonna lay that corner on your board, and then you're gonna fully saturate those ends, melting all 3 of those peaks together. We're gonna repeat that same process on all 5 sections of our star. But before I move on, I'm gonna fold this foil to mimic this section here. I'm gonna make a little triangle up at the top and then just secure that with a small pin. Okay, we're gonna move on to the next section. It's gonna look really cute. Maybe I'll edit that part out. Hurt my hand. So on these 2 front sections, they're a diamond shape, and I really want to add a lot of brightness around your face, so I'm also going to hit this bottom peak here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, and 4 peaks. And we're going to add lightener to all 4 of those peaks. Okay. Smile more. Okay, now we just have our fringe area left, and we're gonna go back to the volley wand with this, and I'm gonna do 2 sections here. Just gonna split this. It's a little thick of a section, so I wanna really concentrate more of that lightness around your face, so that's why I'm choosing to kind of separate that there. And we're gonna go back to this incredible tool. I'm gonna load my lightener on there, making sure my bubbles are coming through. And I actually have them on the wrong side, so I'm gonna use my brush and push those through to the correct side there. Pinching this hair together and keeping your wand at a 45-degree angle. Go in and do your fine detailing with the end of your brush or your comb there. And then I'm going to go back to my board, load that left side, and then fully saturate these ends. And then we're going to do this last section here the exact same way that we did that section there. Loading our wand, keeping our wand at a 45-degree angle. You can go back in with the end of your wand here and kind of smooth some of that out to your liking. Load our volley board, and then I'm going to grab these ends here, pinch them back together, and we're going to fully saturate those ends. And now we're going to let this process.